Smiths, of course, and Panic, and welcome to Morrissey.
Yes, hello.
And, congratulations to you, because you featured heavily in our survey this year, and the Smiths, people said were 13% of the people who filled in the survey said that the Smiths were their favourite band, and 15% of our audience, or the people that filled in the survey once again, said that they'd like to hear you as guest presenter, and that was 6% more than Billy Bragg, who was second, and John Waters, who was third.
That does surprise me slightly, I think.
Why?
I don't know, as a guest presenter.
Oh, it's because you've got the gift of the gab.
Oh, really? Have I? I know. No, I'm surprised. I'm quite surprised.
I think it's probably because you do talk a lot, and you're quite opinionated as well.
Yes. Well, I agree with those points. Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you ever see yourself presenting? I mean, if we said to you, come in and do the show, would you do it?
Well, I don't know. To be honest, it's not really something I've really thought too much about before. It seems like a very hectic thing to do, a very serious thing to do. But
You're doing this show.
Well, I can,
Manic.
I can tell. I don't know, but it's interesting. It's quite funny to think about it.
Now, I mean, in Panic, you're critical of DJs and their music.
Yes.
And probably lots of other things as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were asked to present, what sort of things do you think you'd play?
Well, I think I'd probably play things that I like, which generally are not the mainstream top 40 things, which is the...
Unless you were in the top 40.
Well, yes, but generally not the top 40, which was the inspiration behind the words of the song, because I, as a music lover, find it so difficult to listen to daytime radio, which confuses me. I've always loved music, I've always loved pop music, I've always loved the chart and so on, but I find daytime radio a strain, and hence the song Panic, really.
Of course, Steve Wright, who's on daytime radio, claimed that the record was about him, and then we heard that it was about Tony Blackburn. I mean, why were all these people wanting to be the DJ to be hanged?
Well, maybe they don't. Maybe it's just speculation, and they don't. It certainly isn't about Tony Blackburn. I mean, he doesn't really figure quite so dramatically in my life, or anybody else's, I would imagine. I don't really hear him anymore. Where is he?
Apparently he does rude phone calls on a local radio
What,
station.
he makes the phone calls, does he?
Well, people ring him and
I
talk
see.
about,
That's a different matter.
sort of titillating things.
Oh, I've missed that one. Obviously tuning into the wrong station.
So could it be Steve Wright then?
Well, it could be.
Could be anybody.
It could be anybody. I mean, I'm in the building. I don't say anything until I'm home.
Well, out of here before they grab you and beat you up.
Yes.
What about being voted best band in our survey?
Well, it's very nice. It's very encouraging. Yes, it's very.
Do you want to know who you're ahead of?
Ahead of, yes.
U2, well, you got 13%. U2, 10% of the vote. Well, it's not I don't like to say votes because it was a survey, but U2 came second, House Martins and The Cure with 9%. And I'd just like to say that the Cockall twins, it says here, got 3% of the vote. Obviously, the people who worked all of these surveys out had never heard of the Cocteau Twins, but they did put the Cockall Twins, and another band that they mentioned was Single Minds. And we've asked you tonight to bring some music in.
Yes.
And I've got The Fall on the turntable actually at the moment, Living Too Late.
Living Too Late, yes, which I think was probably just about the best single I heard this year. I really still love singles. I was always a singles person rather. And I love the Dear Old 7-inch single, and I think this was the best of this year, quite easily.
Try to wash the black off of my face, but it's engraved. And car, plastic seats being below par, food with no taste, music great. I'm living too late. I'm living too late. Well, talking was my favorite while, but now no conversation ends. Before it's gone. Maybe I'm living too long. I'm living too late. I'm living too late. Daylight. I see trouble in the street. Feeling good, I should be good news. Walk down the devil's boulevard. Still my heart. They said that soul is one evil black, but I know the wrong thing. It's wrong. Then it's long. I'm living too late. Try to wash Joe's feet off my face, but it's 10 grades. I'm living too late. I'm living too late. Think. I'm living too late. I'm living too late.
That's a Fall and Living Too Late, and in fact there's another Fall single that you're going to play later on. Actually, would you do me a favour? Could you say hello to Martin in Rainford?
Yes, hello to Martin in Rainford.
And he's this massive fan of yours, you see, and he's always collaring my dad and saying things to me. When's Janice going to be talking to Morrissey? And he was at that gig in Preston.
Oh, yes.
Did that really cheese you off?
Well, it did, because of all the dates, I think Preston was the one that I personally was really looking forward to, because we hadn't played there before, and, well, there were just several reasons. I had been to the venue before a long, long time ago, and I really liked the venue to see Roxy Music years ago. So when the incident happened, I was depressed. I was angry. I was just fed up because the day had been really long, and I thought, well, at last we can go on the stage and it can be really good. But no, and when I got back to the hotel, I turned on the radio, and there was somebody on the radio complaining about the fact that we had walked off stage, even though my head was covered in blood, and this person was on the radio saying there was no reason for the Smiths to go off, and Morrissey was just dramatised and so on. So it was a really, really angst-ridden day. But always depressing, obviously, when concerts don't happen for one reason or another. But when things like this happen, it's just like the worst thing in the world. Because obviously you also know that many people want to see you. And it's just confusion, and lots of people do blame groups when concerts don't happen. They don't care about what happens backstage and so on. You know, they just want to see the group. And if the group isn't there, it's the group's fault.
But it's the rumours that abound when something like that happens. When you go off stage, I mean, somebody said to me today, what it was somebody threw a sausage at him, and he got really upset and just threw a tantrum and wandered off.
No, I wish it had been that simple, but it was a little bit more complicated than that. I mean, I did end up in a hospital somewhere in the outbacks of Lee or somewhere. But that had happened in 1985. Somebody threw a sausage, and the papers make it sound very exciting, very wonderful and dramatic. But I think because the newspapers report these things quite very negatively, and they make therefore concerts sound like a violent affair. I think maybe some people out there feel that, well, perhaps this is really what happens at Smith's concerts. Let's go and let's do something, and let's throw something and whatever.
The next track is by a band called Laugh, and we've
Yes.
actually been playing this.
Yes, a duo group from Manchester, whom I don't know a great deal about. Do you know much about them?
I don't really, apart from this piece of
Yes,
paper that comes with the
grabbing your
record.
sheet. Yes, yes. Great song, though. A very, very uplifting, spiriting song, I think.
Take your time, yeah. Laugh and Take Your Time. How's Johnny Marr, by the way?
He's very well. He's back to normal now, which is a great blessing.
Oh, good.
He had a neck brace on for a while, and I was very envious.
Very big.
So unfair. So unfair.
Now, I must mention a girl called Madeline, who's written to me from Glasgow. And she's obviously a great fan of the Smiths, and she's got various questions that she would like me to put to you, so I think it's only fair.
Rude, no doubt, are they?
No, they're all right. Actually, there's one thing she wants to know. Have you got any pictures of your head from different angles?
From different angles? Oh, millions, yes, millions and
Good, because she wants to do a sculpture of you. And she doesn't think that you'd really like to sort of go up to Glasgow and sit there and
sit there
pose.
for days, no, yes, not really, no. So what, she just wants pictures?
Yeah, of your head from different angles, and then she can...
Different angles. Mm.
I'm sure we can sort it out, can't we?
Well, yes, Janice, I'm sure we can sort it out.
Right, question one. Due to a recent signing to EMI, many have accused the Smiths of selling out. Do you yourself feel this is in any way justified?
Well, I don't think it's justified. I really don't. But I think this question is almost practically unanswerable, because it's very easy for me to sit here and say the Smiths will never sell out, and merely the fact that we're on a different label doesn't mean that we've sold out. But obviously, time will tell, I suppose. But it doesn't really make... Well, it's certainly in a creative sense, it makes no difference. It doesn't make any difference whatsoever. And I don't really believe that people buy records for the label. And I don't believe that people go to see groups because they're on a particular label. But as long as I think you make records that are useful.
The reason for signing to EMI was so that you could bump into Duran Duran in the corridor.
Well, this is purely the reason, yes. So I'm living in hope.
Question 2. What is the impression you receive of those who buy your records? Do you see any change in audience as the band have become more successful, with some of the original fans becoming disillusioned?
Well, I think it's inevitable that people drop off, as it were, and fall by the wayside and move on and so on. I mean, to completely hold the attention of everybody for 4 years is not really possible. So your audiences do change, and I've noticed it. And I think it's probably a good thing.
Do you still get Morrissey clones?
Yes, they're still there by the coachload everywhere.
Well, actually, talking about Morrissey clones, here's a band that have been described as sounding like too much like the Smiths, a band called Raymond.
But they denounce such accusations, and I think they certainly have something of their own.
Raymond and Raymond. That's Raymond and Raymond. You wouldn't believe the things we were doing during that record. Morrissey wanted to see if I could touch my toes, and I did. Just one final question, actually, from Madeline. Do you still feel close to those things which first inspired you to put pen to paper?
Yes, I do. I do still feel very close to the old things. Not really much has changed, which with me, which people don't really believe. They think, you become successful, you make records, they sell, and your life instantly changes. It hasn't really happened. All the same things I ever liked, I still like. I'm still really in more or less the same frame of mind, which is good and bad.
What things that have happened in 1986 have inspired you to write?
Have inspired me to write?
You must have been very sad when Pat Phoenix died.
Yes, that was that was very sad. I think everybody was very sad
it's
about
horrible,
yeah, very sad. But really, I haven't really ever stopped, and I haven't really seized and began to look for new inspiration. With me, I've always really felt the same about many things.
What have been the most uplifting things, do you think, in 1986, and the most depressing things?
What, for me or for the world?
Both.
Both. Well, for me, I think I was very happy with Panic. I thought that was I was really, really happy. I think that was probably the best thing I think the Smiths have done. For me, I'd say. But also, beyond that, I met somebody, an American actor called Richard Davalos, who was in the film East of Eden with James Dean. He played James Dean's brother. And I met him in California. And for me, it was very, well, it was obviously the closest I had, if you like, been to James Dean, for instance.
Yeah.
And it was so interesting to sit down with him, and he was so warm, and to talk about East of Eden, talk about James Dean, and I was very happy. I was very happy to meet him.
And the most awful thing, dreadful thing that happened this year?
Well, the most dreadful thing? Oh, I think that's probably quite difficult. Lots of little irksome things.
Preston.
Well, Preston was very irksome. Newport was very irksome. But nothing really of any grand mammoth... no grand disasters, I don't think.
What about news-wise? Has there been anything that's been hopeful this year and anything that's been appalling?
Well, let me see. I never really find the news very hopeful.
No.
Not really. And I find it generally quite depressing. I mean, I think most people do. And I don't really have any faith in world leaders and so on and all the usual complaints, but I often try to imagine what it would be like to have somebody quite useful and quite encouraging in an important seat as an important key political figure. And for me, that seems to be drifting further and further away.
Is there anybody that would fill that gap?
I can't see that person, really. This is why, with Red Wedge, I almost envy Red Wedge and all those people who have so much faith, because I can't really feel that faith, and I wish I could. But no, I don't think there's anything really on that level, on that note, to be terribly, dramatically cheerful about, she says with a giggle.
And what's been disastrous, news-wise?
News-wise, disastrous. I can't really think of anything. What can you think of?
Chernobyl.
Well, yes, of course. That was very disastrous.
Obvious,
yeah, I think that was disastrous. And look, these things become so suspicious, and you never really feel as though people are telling you exactly what's happening. No. And the way it spread so quickly and so rapidly. But I don't know. I think it's easier and quicker to think of news items that are really uplifting, and obviously they're scarcely none.
They don't exist.
They don't exist, I'm afraid.
Do you still keep in touch with Sandy Shaw?
I saw her yesterday for 3.5 hours. She sat on my living room floor and sang to me, which is obviously a daily occurrence.
What did she sing to you?
She sang a new song that she's about to slap onto vinyl, which is, I think it's the best thing she's done for days.
And what about her doing Stephen, You Don't Eat Meat?
Well, actually, I was immensely moved by this song. I think it's a great song to begin with. I think it should have been an A-side. I think it should have been an A-side. You look quite doubtful, Jessica.
Oh, no, I don't. I'm just...
Yes, you're just nodding off. I think it should have been an A-side. I think it's obviously a song about me, and I think her choice of words were quite perfect.
Now
You're laughing over the end of that. Sandy Shaw and Stephen, You Don't Eat Meat. And the reason I was looking slightly glazed before was because I was thinking that there's a song about you. And, of course, Sean Duggan, who was on the show not so long ago, did the play about you,
Yes.
William. And, in fact, he rang me last week and he was just so excited. He said, Janice, you're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it. I've met Morrissey and I spoke to him for 1.5 hours.
He's very sweet,
Yeah.
very, very sweet.
How did that meeting come about then?
Well, it was at Brixton Academy, and it was the sound check, and he just came along and he just hung around, and he was really nice, very, very chirpy.
What's it like, though? I mean, you've got somebody singing about you, as I say, and then a play being based upon you.
Well, it's very odd. It's very, very odd. But ultimately, obviously, I feel just immense joy. It's very, very... But it's a constant source of confusingment. Constant cause of confusingment. No, it's really so nice. It's really nice. Very touching.
What about the Weeds and China Doll?
Yes, great record. Another Manchester group. I mean, it's coincidental that I think perhaps that the groups with the better ideas come from Manchester, but they certainly do.
Are you going to be accused of a Northwest bias?
Well, I don't mind. I'm accused of everything else.
That's the Weeds and China Doll. We've still got one more record to play of Morrissey's choice. So what have you got planned musically for 87?
Well, as much as possible, really. As much as possible. We have a single on January the 19th, and we have a second single to follow it quite rapidly. So I hope it will be a very hectic, blistering year. Very blistering, in fact.
Well, we look forward to hearing from you. Do say hello to the rest of the band.
Oh, I will. Every day.
Thank you. And the final track, it's The Fall of Mr. Pharmacist. By the way, have you seen Alberto Luciani?
Well, no, I haven't, actually. I couldn't quite manage it. And you haven't seen it, have
No,
you?
I got a ticket. And
Yes,
the guy who
you
was
sold it.
painting my walls, I got this lad in to decorate for me, who lives locally, and he didn't finish till late. And I was sort of sitting sitting there waiting for him to finish.
I see. Yeah, have you heard many reports?
Well, I read some reviews which were good. I've not actually spoken to
Well,
anybody
I
who's
read
been
some
to it.
reviews that